What's up, Tecumseh, you perfect demonstration of how to have a good day? It is a good day for a good day. And speaking of good days, on this one, we'll be hearing a whole lot of cool stuff about tea gardens, and how to survive a zombie apocalypse. Plus, a little bit of this and that about sisters Gemma Riddle and Alice Williams, owners and operators of the British Tea Garden. We'll get to hear the answer to yesterday's 2 truths and a lie with Jim Lincoln of the Tecumseh Herald. Today's T-Town Tale is also brought to us by Mr. Lincoln, the newsman, not the president, and is titled Contact. So continue doing the exact thing that you're doing as long as you like doing it, unless, of course, you just have to do it, in which case, you know what, I'll be right here with you for at least 20 minutes or so. And if that's not enough time, you can always just go back and listen to old episodes of the podcast. So for now, on with the show.
I'm Alice Williams, Gemma Riddle, and we're the owners of the British Tea Garden. A cozy rendition of something typical you would find maybe in the countryside, or a small little town in England.
Yep, definitely.
I picked up on a particularly crisp diction and asked if maybe there was a bit of an accent.
Our mom is American, our dad is English. We were born and raised in England, but we've lived here for
26 years. We were 16.
Just shy of 26 years.
Yeah, we were 16 when we moved here, but we grew up there.
So you'll notice that we do have very specific pronunciation.
It might typically, someone might ask if we're Southern, Australian, depending, because they're picking up different sounds, and so
we're a blend.
So how did the English sisters come to the British Tea Garden, and what inspires them to keep it going?
Being from England, born and raised, definitely brings us kind of full circle back to home. Having moved here when we were 16, and then this wonderful shop was opened coincidentally the same year that we
I think 98.
Yep.
So I think the shop opened October of 1998. We moved here November of 98, and so our mom brought us in from time to time to pick up some English goodies that we missed, or we went back to visit, but in between we missed some of the candy, and then we would eat here. And then Alice started working here in 2003 as a waitress.
I worked for the original owner. So it always had like a special place just because we are from England, and it really did remind us of home. And then now just being full circle, it just makes sense. Being able to create this space for other people to enjoy that gives me inspiration to keep going or do something new. Just making it work for other people to enjoy is what inspires me.
I would say that having a unique destination, I'm always looking for something different to go and do, or something to visit in another town to break the normal routines and going out to eat.
Exactly.
So to have something unique for people to come and get a taste of what it might be like if they were to go to England and visit a little cafe or restaurant that may not ever go, they might not want to go, but they could come here and get a glimpse of that, I think is definitely something that inspires me to give that opportunity to someone.
So is the British Tea Garden just a fun name, or does it actually offer items from England?
We do order in from English companies, so we are getting authentic product in. So that's fun. So it's not like an American-based rendition of the company. I think that can happen sometimes. So we do actually get things that are English and shipped to us for our cafe and our store and our gift shop.
Well, Tecumseh, yesterday we were given 3 facts. For those of you not watching, I just put facts in air quotes. By Jim Lincoln of the Tecumseh Herald. Number 1, John Hoffman, pressman for the Herald, used to print the New York Times. Number 2, a pair of Tecumseh Herald employees went on to greatness. One as the editor of Miami Herald, the other as a Pulitzer Prize winner. And finally, number 3, a roll of paper at the Herald weighs 1/4 ton. So what is the lie? After tallying up your votes, you decided that the pressman who used to print the New York Times was the lie. Let's see what Jim has to say.
A roll of paper averages 1,000 to 1,200 pounds.
Ooh, rough. You know what? It's okay. All winning streaks must come to an end. I still love you, Tecumseh. You know, we've talked about it a lot, but what exactly is the British Tea Garden?
It's nothing more than just a simple idea of two young women just trying to create something special for other people.
Yep.
It doesn't need to be anything more than that.
Yep.
At the end of the day.
I mean, it can be fancy when you come in and get your special teacup and have tea. But our menu is good, but it's simple and it's small. People like it. And it doesn't have to be
anything more than that.
It's just a simple place to come and have a nice lunch and create a memory with someone that you care about.
One of my favorite questions. What superpower would help to run the British Tea Garden?
Cloning the twins. There's two of us and it's already...
There's a lot of business owners out there and they can relate. It's not a 9 to 5. It's 10 days a week.
10 days a week for sure.
But so definitely cloning.
Yeah, I think like cloning or being able to like teleport. I have a commute. I live about 35 minutes away. So if I could just like teleport myself here back and forth, that would be great. Just be more efficient, but definitely one of the or both of those.
In keeping with so many of the business owners that I've interviewed, Gemma and Alice have an appreciation and love for the other shops in Tecumseh. They don't see themselves in competition with anyone. In fact, collaboration seems to be the norm.
I would like to preserve the atmosphere that we have here of a lovely small town community. There aren't many left, and Tecumseh definitely seems to surpass other downtowns.
I think it's with the mixture of having the restaurants, the unique shops. There's some really cool unique shops down here. It's not just all restaurants or antiques or there's a little bit of everything, and it's keeping it thriving. A lot of other downtowns is more there. It's like lots. You go back and it's just restaurants, and I like that. I would hope that it continues to be a blend of so many different
community events, art walks, music festivals. I mean,
movies in the park.
I mean, something for everybody.
For kids, families, adults. I just hope that that continues.
Stays the same, improves.
The cheese shop is unique because you don't see very many European wine and cheese shops, and then we're unique, and then
we have someone that makes their own wine right here. We have
the Pentamere Winery, and then you have the brewery. You know what I mean? And then Musgrove do their own coffee beans.
There are so many collaborations from business to business.
Collaborations.
Yeah, we wholesale and collaborate with Musgrove. We have a lovely business relationship with Love's Bakery. They make a few of our products that we integrate into our menu. Boulevard Market, they've used our tea for mustard, and we've used their cheeses on our sandwiches and our specials.
And then now the mustard they make with our tea we've used on specials. And then we put our heads together for some new ideas for Tecumseh, which is really fun.
And then Paper Street Soap comes and buys our tea and makes homemade soap. So yeah, we have lots.
We sell Harvest chocolates, chocolate sipping tea.
Yeah, there's a lot of collaborations.
So, what do the twins wish for the city of Tecumseh in 100 years?
In 100 years, I hope people are still shopping downtown and shopping locally. Take part and enjoy your neighborhood. And I just hope that it continues to thrive in 100 years, and friendships are still being made, and relationships established, old and new. And
Today's T-Town Tale also comes from Jim Lincoln from the Herald in a story called Contact.
We had a hall monitor, Mrs. Gunder, in high school. Everybody was scared of her because she had a loud voice and you didn't cross her, and you were just afraid of Mrs. Gunder. And one day I had to leave school 10 minutes early for something, and I walked outside. It just snowed, and my contact pops out of my eye. Right there outside the door, right before hundreds of kids are going to be trampling out, I get down on my hands and knees looking for this darn contact. And who comes out the door but Mrs. Gunder, wanting to know why I wasn't in school. And then when I told her why and what had happened, she got down on her knees and helped me find the darn contact. And I found it. Can you believe that? We found the contact on the snow. And I said, thank you. Incredible. There's a sign of kindness, right? So
What are some fun facts that people don't know about the British tea garden?
A lot of people don't know that we're twins, and they think we're the same person.
And I'll be working in the kitchen and Alice will be out. We're never usually in the same area during the day. We're divide and conquering. And then I'll come out and do something, and then somebody might ask a question, and I look at them and I'm like, oh, like maybe I've already helped them with that and I don't know what they mean. And then like Alice will walk by and they are very confused on why we don't know what's going on.
It looks like we're like not running our business. But we are.
And then we make the big discovery.
Yeah,
or they make the big, you know,
funny.
and it's a very comical moment for everybody. That's a fun fact.
And another fun fact is both of our daughters have worked here, grown daughters from 19 to 22. They've moved on to other things, but we have some younger girls about the same age. About 10 times a day we're asked if we're mother-daughter, which is really interesting. So I think there's a very big sense of like family business here, even though actually none of our family are currently here. So that's actually kind of a fun
our mom. That's a fun fact. Our mom works here with us.
We work daily with
family.
With our family.
We all get along. Yeah. That's a fun fact. We work together.
And we never fight. We disagree occasionally, but we do not.
It doesn't come
6 years, and we just get along.
That's a fun fact. Don't put
Alice and Gemma on the spot. You will get nothing.
You know, it's always good to know what the owner thinks is their best product. If nothing else, it gives you an idea of what to try when you go in tomorrow and you tell Gemma and Alice that you heard their podcast and you would like to try some stuff.
Cream scones.
I was going to say scones, I think, would be my answer too.
The traditional cream scones. Gemma bakes them from scratch. I do not attempt. I've tried.
I do those.
Failed. But Gemma does do those. And
I think they're a good product.
Yeah.
And not just because I bake them. I learned the recipe from previous owner, but that was
cream
my
scones
favorite
for sure. But also the variety of loose teas that we offer. Fresh, loose leaf tea, all organic. That's something that we've been working on, of course, over the last few years, just to make sure that we're giving like the best product available and
at a good price too.
Yeah, at a great price. But just the variety of options and flavors
and
loose tea.
Ask not the sisters what their favorite tea is, though. That sounds dumb. Don't ask the sisters what their favorite tea is, though. They would much rather help guide you to what you like.
I would say with tea, it's very preference-based. There's definitely guided recommendations on herbal teas or green teas, black teas, but I think it all comes down to preference because of some people like it weak or some people, so I always tell people, start with this. This is our recommendation. But
there's no right or wrong.
There's no right.
You know, I once heard a rumor from a reliable source that there is only one actual tea plant. Not like one in the world, but like one kind of tea plant. Like there's just one tea plant, right? Like you have a whole bunch of apple trees, like different kinds, but there's just one kind of tea plant. That's what I mean. One time. Okay. Anyway, turns out I'm right. Ish. And at the same time, very wrong, which, is not terribly surprising.
Well, there is one. It's the Camellia sinensis. I believe I'm saying that right. It's a plant that grows one tea leaf. The first bud is the white tea. It's minimally oxidized or fermented. Green tea is the fermented dried leaf, and black tea is the fully oxidized leaf. So all of the white, green, and black come from one leaf, essentially. However, you're getting also into like herbal blends.
The rooibos is a red leaf tea that's not
from the African honey bush. So that's not from the Camellia sinensis leaf, but it is a leaf that is grown. So there's lots of different
herbal teas. There is no tea leaf in it. Yeah. It's usually nuts, fruits, berries, or other type of herbs or flowers that are dried and steep the same as the tea would. But there's no actual tea leaf in it, and that's why herbals are naturally decaffeinated.
So we spent a lot of time laughing, which I mostly cut because it's really not a terribly entertaining thing just to listen to other people laugh. It's like they're having fun. Why am I not having fun? I'm sitting here doing this thing that I don't want to be doing. Why am I not having fun with them? Which, you weren't there. I'm sorry. If you were there, you'd be laughing too. But anyway, however, it did tell me that I could ask this essential question safely. The zombie apocalypse has occurred. Bands of survivors are roaming the street, just trying to make it through the day. What does the British Tea Garden have that can help save the world?
Oh, well, food, water, and tea. We got you covered. Yeah, we are here. We will feed the community and hydrate you at the same time. Yeah. Yep. We would be a hub.
Yeah.
For survival on tea alone.
Well, I would say, because if everything was gone, tea doesn't really ever go bad.
Yeah, tea doesn't go bad.
It's not going to go bad. So if something happened and we at least could get some kind of water system going or source, then you could brew tea and you're going to get nutrients from that. It might not taste as fresh and as good, but
medicine too, because there are a lot of medicinal properties to tea.
And herbal blends. So there you go. So we could heal people and hydrate.
It's well known that tea is good for you. What ails you? We aren't educated, obviously, on that portion of things, so we don't tend to give out
any kind of
what can you do? Give me for this. It's like, well, I can make a recommendation, but I don't actually. But yeah, tea has been kind of the cure for what ails you for centuries. It dates back to, we were looking this up the other day, somewhere in China, something BC, 2000 something BC. Yeah, the tea has been around, so it's been around for a long time.
As a vocalist, I have worked with other vocalists for a long time at various levels, and one thing that we all have in common is throat problems, especially at showtime. So many vocalists I know swear by tea, so I decided, why not ask the pros?
We would definitely have something on our shelf that we could recommend, definitely. Yeah.
Anything with honey.
Anything,
good for the throat. So, there's like a green tea, honey ginger. Green tea would be a good one. Ginger is good for you if you're not feeling well. Honey soothes the throat. It tastes good. Green tea is good for you. There's a lot of nutrients in it, so maybe something like that.
What do the sisters hope to see for the future of the British Tea Garden?
That people will still want to come and experience something like this. We get a lot of women with their daughters and granddaughters, and that one day we do have some customers. I used to come in with my grandma when I was little, now I'm bringing my daughter. I hope that continues, that the experience is there for people to want to come back and still do that and have the memories that they shared with their family. It's not just little girls. We have a lot of little boys that like to come in and have tea too, which is amazing. So I hope that continues and people still want to come and share those memories in the future.
A community legacy.
Yes.
I love that.
Yep, a community legacy. I like that.
And that's going to do it for our show today, Tecumseh. I hope you found it as delightful to listen to as it was to record. Come back tomorrow for an interview with Tecumseh native Krista Valandra. And is that it? I think that's it. That's it. Okay.